What's good, Raider Nation? I'm here with the one and only Mellow Man Ace, and we're about to talk golf, Cypress Hill, and the Raiders, baby.
My story is I started rapping in 1983 in there. Wrote my first rhyme, Southgate High School, Classroom 109. That was the name of the song I wrote. And then I started to put together a crew. I put together a crew with my brother Sendog. And then we added Tomahawk Funk, who was already our homie since junior high. And then I added a brother by the name of Crazy D, who also happened to be the only Mexican in NWA at the time. He was a dual member of both groups at the same time. Shortly after that is when I went and recruited Be Real from my old breakdance crew to come with us and do this rap thing. And then we added DJ Muggs along the way, and also added for a part-time there DJ Julio G, who I was able to go around the world with him once the record started to really bubble on a global scale and stuff like that. So, some fond memories, good times, humble times, and groundbreaking times. We were breaking a lot of ground. We were laying foundations in terms of this Latino hip hop thing and the Latino influence on modern day culture. So, I'm really proud to have been that dude.
Awesome. It's great to hear some of the history behind the forming of Cypress Hill and everything that brought around. Now, when you speaking of foundations and setting trends, tell me about when you had your single that just changed things for you.
Yeah, now we're looking at 1990. My first single was actually Mas Pingong in '87. Mm-hmm. So it's incredible to think that in 2 years now, I'll be 40 years in the game. But when 1990 came around, I had a chance to work with a brother named Tony G on this particular record, and it was his idea to use the Carlos Santana sample of Evil Ways and Ain't Got Nobody to Depend On. But he had something interesting to say to me. He said, look, you've been rhyming in English the whole rest of the record. You've been rhyming in Spanish as well. I want you to do this one bilingual. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He said, I don't know. It's never been done, but you're going to invent it. And don't come back to the studio until you do. So up for about a week, myself and my brother Be Real sat out in front of my mom's crib in his Pinto. And we had pen and paper and a cassette tape. And we drinking 40s, smoking blizzies at that time and all that. And at one point, I told him, yo, I gotta go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Now, if you know the houses in Southgate, they're just like a driveway away, earshot from each other. So our bathroom lined up with the neighbor's kitchen. That's when I heard this little kid next door say to his moms, he said, Ama, I'm going to the liquor store, ahorita vengo. And that's when the style hit me. It was like, wait a minute, there it is. What he just said, if I do one line in English, one line in Spanish, repeat that process, putting the rhyming word on that line, on that particular language, I got the style.
Yeah.
So by the time I got back to the car, Be Real had the check this out baby part, I believe, and then I just said, tenemos tremendo lío. And then the rest just flowed like water. I tapped into an old story from a shorty that I had been with, and things got ugly. And so I wrote that story down, and it just seemed to like pour out of a glass, you know what I mean? And that's how that style was created that still kids are doing today, and they wake up, sounding that way. A little tidbit that, you might want to know is about 10 years ago, the great Chuck D of Public Enemy he was going to do a speaking engagement at Santa Barbara College, and he found out that there was going to be a lot of Latino people in this class. So he told Professor Noel Gomez, why don't you reach out to Mellow Man Ace? He's the bridge between black and brown. So they call me in. I come in with a prepared program that I'm going to give, a curriculum that I'm going to give. I didn't know it was a curriculum yet, but it would turn into that later. Because of that, over 40 colleges now teach my bilingual writing style as part of the curriculum. And I'm talking about Duke University, I'm talking about Pepperdine University, and so many others around the country. I've been invited to speak, at the Schomburg Museum in New York, NYU as well. You know, all up and down. And so that's something that I'm really proud of something that I created that's lasted 40 years, and kids are still waking up sounding like, I want to rap like that guy.
Absolutely.
You know, and being able to create a genre within a genre, you know, that's extra special. That's like winning the Super Bowl and the MVP.
And it all started in that classroom.
109.
109. Let's go, let's go. So, I happened to meet you through the love of golf. Talk to me about golf. When did you pick up on golf?
About after my first tour, Kid Frost and I, my brother Kid Frost and I shared a tour bus across country on the Freestyle Stevie B Tour, 1990. And throughout the entire tour, from LA to St. Petersburg, he kept telling me about golf and golf, and I'm a semi-pro, and I'm a scratch golfer, yada, yada, yada. I didn't know what none of that meant.
Right. You're like, get the hell out of here.
Right. So by the time we're in Texas, he's like, look, man, after this tour, I'm going to take you down to Roger Dunn and get you all laced up. I'm like, yeah, whatever, cool, whatever. I didn't believe him. Sure enough, the minute the bus dropped us off back in Cali, we went to our management office where we had all our cars parked at. So jump in the cars, and he's like, let's go. You ready? Because we got a pocket full of money.
Yeah.
We got a pocket full of money. We can't complain nothing, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let's go. So he takes me down to Roger Dunn, whatever the sports store was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I get outfitted. He tells me what I need. You need a driver. You need a fairway wood. You need this one. You need that one. You need a putter. You need the glove. You need, you know, all these things.
Right, the whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit and caboodle, right? And so I've been playing for 35 years thanks to my brother Kid Frost.
That's awesome. What do you love about golf the most?
What I like about golf the most, I mean, it's just you. It's you. There's nobody you can blame anything on. This is life. This is a game of life. Your choices, the decisions that you make while you're out on the golf course, you have to live with those. And I think life is a lot like that. And I think that's why I like golf so much. Because, you know, in other sports, you could blame the quarterback through a floater. The DB caught it from the other side, pick six back the other way.
The referee.
In baseball, your teammate, your shortstop may make a crucial error in the ninth inning that'll cost you a game. In the game of golf, it's all you. And if you shank one, slice one,
Top one, all that.
It's just you.
Yep.
And I think it's a metaphor for life, man. And I think
accountability,
it helps. I think it's worked a lot with my patience.
Oh God.
Which I didn't have much of.
Me neither.
Coming up as a young cat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it teaches you patience, and I think it's great for your health to be out in the sun.
Oh man.
You know, for 4 or 5 hours, and you could just shut off the phone, man, and it's just you out there. And when people know you're golfing, you know, they leave you alone. They kind of know that, hey, let's leave him alone right now.
Yeah, that's that peaceful unwind time, you know, like where we regenerate. You get all your juice back for all the stuff you got to deal with the rest of the week, right?
That part. The other part that I do like as well is all the business things that I've been able to accomplish while on the golf course.
The networking is incredible.
The networking.
Second to none.
The networking is incredible, especially throughout the COVID period.
Oh, man.
There was nothing else to do but play golf. So we were able to play 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Oh, yeah.
No problem. And use that time to grow and nurture new relationships, whether just as friends or business. And I was able to create a wine company throughout that time period.
See, there you go.
And people just, you know, gravitated to it. And so that's really what I like about golf. I mean, aside from this fresh cut grass in the morning.
Oh, man, the sunshine, the beautiful views, just the game that's always different.
Most golf courses are surrounded by $1 million homes that we play at, you know. And we'll go, you know, golf will play, you know what I mean? And so we'll go anywhere and play. And most of the time, 99.9% of the time, you know, it's at a gorgeous golf course. And the vibrations are right, you know. The climate, you know.
Just everything about it.
Everything.
Everything about it. The sunshine, the bros, the beverages, just the
Yeah.
whole nine.
Give me a Bloody Maria anytime, baby.
You know? You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, always on a golf course.
Say that. Say that.
All right. And what is the best shot or hole you've ever had?
I believe it was the hole-in-one I hit at Montebello.
You got a hole in
Hole-in-one
I
on
ain't
the
heard
sixth
this
hole.
one. Really?
On that 6th hole, that 150-yarder.
Okay.
Back by the hotel.
Okay. What
down
club
there.
did you use?
I believe I used a 7-iron to get down there,
All right.
and it was a spectacular shot, straight in. You know, it might have rolled 10 feet from one at a time and released into the
Wow.
cup really nicely, and everybody that was with me celebrated big time.
I bet. Yeah. Hole in ones are priceless.
And I bought everybody drinks after. Yes,
Well,
I did.
as you should, my man.
Yes, sir.
As you should. So, what's next? What's something that no one knows about you? What's a story you want to tell?
Well, in that case, I want to thank everybody who wished me a speedy recovery after my surgery about 2 weeks ago. I know that my Instagram and my Facebooks were over flooded with messages, and I want to take this time to say thank you to the hundreds and thousands of people, including radio stations that were sending me, get well soon cards and, speedy recovery wishes and all these things. So for those who didn't know, I had an operation, and it was nothing too serious, nothing to worry about, but needed to get done. And, it was one of the first times I've been under the knife since like 2017. So it was a little scary, it was a little scary, touch and go there, But I stayed on my 1-2. I had some of the best doctors in the country tend to it, and here we are.
There we
So
go.
thank you, everybody.
Back at full strength. Almost.
Yeah.
My man. So, can we expect a new Radio Nation anthem anytime soon?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on something right now with my brother, Certified Trouble. We did one already that was well received by Raider Nation, and we were able to go up and down the coast performing that last year. So now we're coming up. We had Sendog on there as well. It was fire. So check that out on YouTube. My man Certified Trouble featuring Sendog, Cypress Hill, and myself. And now we're coming back to do part 2. So it'll be ready soon. And that's the way it goes.
Nice.
We stay on our 1-2.
Nice. Speaking of Sendog, he had his SX10 band going.
Yeah.
I did the sound back in the day, like in I want to say it was the 90s, late 90s. Little joint here in Long Beach called Live Bait.
Yeah.
It was,
You told me this story
yeah, it
before.
was pretty wild,
Absolutely,
man.
no doubt.
Good times, though. Small world.
Yeah, shout out Sendog, shout out SX10, and now his new band, Power Flow. They're doing some things now, working on some new material. I'm sure. Right this second, I know that he's on tour. He's on the East Coast somewhere right now. So I love you, bro. Much love.
Right on. Peace, Sendog. All right, my man. Appreciate you.
You got it, brother.
Raider Nation, baby.
Raider
Mellow Man.
Nation, baby. 17-0, you heard?
Hey, and be sure to follow the YouTube channel, Raider Nation Golf Club, Instagram.
Mellow_man_ace.
My man. Peace.